What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody, how's it going?
So, we're on camera, and it looks a lot better, and it looks a hell of a lot different.
Way better than last time. Yep.
Oh, God, yes. That was an overhead shot that I did not...
Well, we also had a guest, and, waiting for the new equipment to get here, so...
So, I just want to be the first person to say it. I'm sorry. But, this season is coming to an end.
What?
It's coming to an end!
I did not get that memo.
You did not get that memo. Well,
you need to start writing those fucking
also,
memos.
You also didn't take the logo off. Why didn't you take the logo off?
You still can't see a memo.
Is
there a memo behind the logo that says...
There is a memo that I did not send you yet.
Clearly. You need to learn to send those fucking memos.
I know, dude. We're getting so up there, though. I mean, on a serious note, like... Fucking, whoa, what is this? Episode 18?
18.
This is 18.
And we have a few bonuses that we have not dropped yet.
Yeah, and so those bonuses could be even saved for Season 2. That's going to be coming out shortly.
Kind of would show the difference of quality, though.
It's
considering they're not like this.
I mean, yeah, well, comparatively from what we went from just being a voice and then being a voice with pictures and then a camera, and then we have multiple cameras now, and everything with our...
Tasty.
Everything with all of these stuff.
H2O right there.
Oh, God. all of the equipment and all of the stuff and time that we have put into the podcast, it has been one hell of a blast. But yeah, towards the end of this month is going to be the final episode with our special guest that we've already named on a previous episode.
Oh yeah!
Yeah, David Howard Thornton.
Man.
Hell yeah!
Yes, confirmed.
Confirmed on. Do you want to give out the date?
No, I don't.
Perfect.
The reason being is because if the episode doesn't come out that same weekend, for some reason, technical difficulties, I don't want people to be like, well, you said it was going to be this date.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. I like that.
It will be the middle of April.
The middle of April.
Yes, middle of April is when we will be talking to him.
Season finale is what that is going to be. We're going out with a bang. And I think that's important to do that, especially since we've been growing so much and learning from past and previous mistakes that we've made on the show.
Yep. Like eating.
Yeah, to the people that have commented on the YouTube video from before, we do apologize.
I don't.
Thanks for making me self-conscious, you assholes.
I don't. I'm not sorry at all.
But
Fuckers,
fuck you. No, just
we're bringing good quality
content
with good quality reviews of awesome products.
Amazing products.
In fact, we did another one today.
We did another one. We already ate it.
Yeah, asshole. So then you can't be like, your chewing is annoying. No, fuck you. All right? Yeah. Fuck you and your chewing.
Well, it's okay. So go ahead.
Well, this week it was kind of themed with our episode.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing that we were able to do that.
It was.
You want to tell them what this week's about?
Sea monsters this week, ladies and gentlemen.
We're talking about sea monsters. And so this week from Mythical Meats, no, they're not a sponsor. They should be.
That'd be cool.
But we tried out the mermaid.
Ooh, yeah, it was tasty. It was
Hawaiian
really
teriyaki
good.
pork.
Oh,
delicious.
What's that site again?
mythicalmeats.com.
mythicalmeats.com. Get yours, and it comes in a whole pack.
Yeah,
you different monsters.
You get a variety pack. You can get a specified pack. I keep getting the different variety packs.
Just a kind of...
So we can try out new things.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just kind of...
You're fucking erasing. Our little nifty erase boards that we showed on the previous episode. Yeah, no.
Hasn't dropped yet.
That hasn't... Well, that... They don't know that. This episode,
they
people
do
don't know that. Shh. I'm slacking. Editing, if you guys...
Oh, fuck.
If you guys want an honest opinion about, like, editing video content or audio content, it's a bitch. It's, it's not just something that,
You're
like...
a bitch.
I am a little bitch because
No, we are looking for a technical person to help us out a little bit, make things easier on us.
To take some loads off, because so that way we could work more on just making the content instead of actually having to buff everything and fix things and add and do things. Are you fucking?
I'm just fucking with you, man.
Oh man. But yeah, no,
this is so much fun.
I think that this is going to be a awesome season banger. We are going to take a break after season
like
1.
a 2-week. Break.
2.5, whatever. Because we're trying to build ourselves up even more than we are right now.
Make a few changes that need to be made, and
just add.
Threatening me.
I'm not. The audience maybe, because they're going to be without a few episodes.
Yeah, I mean.
So.
Well, we have those bonus ones that we could just
drop
toss out during that time.
We'll think about it. But, I got to tell you guys something. I'm looking at you directly,
hey, baby.
directly at the fucking camera.
How you do it?
If you guys have an idea that you guys like to see on a future episode of Fearful Thoughts, make sure that you go to the Anchor app and voice message us, and you might just see what's going on. You might be that lucky person that gets to have their idea featured, or if you guys just want to drop in and say hi, we're always welcoming the people.
We are.
Always.
Yeah.
Do it now. But yeah, no.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, are you ready?
I thought you were gonna ask me if we had people voice message us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you ready for my asking? Do we have any voice messages?
Do we?
Anything at all? Do we?
Do we?
Son of a bitch.
Nope. I'm sorry, but our people don't love us that much.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've had some comments on the Facebook page and on YouTube,
but nothing recent.
But nothing more recent than what is already to come.
Man.
But do you have our special little something for the week?
You can go to hell.
That's not what I meant. I was.
Yes, I do.
Perfect.
Are you ready?
For the horror fact of the week?
Yeah, one day we'll have a cool animation that might pop across the screen or something.
Yeah, there's going to be a few animations that are probably going to pop across the screen. It's going to be me jerking off in front of black-eyed kids. No, I'm just kidding. Kidding.
Did you like that in the last episode? I had the little black-eyed kids running around screaming on the screen.
Yeah, that was
quite entertaining.
Just just fucking dragging them across. It's fucking great.
Oh man.
Maybe I'll make something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Just a little black-eyed kid.
Just running. Me going, come here, you little bastards. Like
little Scooby-Doo running.
Yeah, pretty much.
Little mermaid coming up.
Little fin, little tail.
Little tail. This week we're going to be talking about The Omen.
The Omen?
The Omen.
Oh, what a nice little family.
Right? So happy there.
Yeah.
Did you know Damien originally had a different name in The Omen?
No, I didn't.
Screenwriter David Seltzer planned to name his Antichrist Domlin after the total obnoxious brat child of a friend, until his wife convinced him that it would be a horrible thing to do that to the kid. Not to mention friendship ending, possibly, He landed on Damien after Father Damien, who started the first leper colony in the Hawaiian Islands.
Really?
Yeah. Did you know the young actor who played Damien was cast because he attacked the director? When 4-year-old Harvey Stevens auditioned for the part of Damien, director Richard Donner had him act out one of the role's more demanding moments. Donner invited Stevens to attack him, and attack him he did. Right in Donner's privates. The ballsy move is the reason Stevens got the role.
Okay.
There's a scene in the movie where Damien's mother takes him on an outing to a safari park. I'm sure the picture is going to roll up here in a minute. Apparently, sensing Damien's evil, the baboons violently attack the car. To get the baboons to run at the vehicle, handlers refrained from feeding them the night before. When the scene was filmed in the morning, food was placed on and around the car, bringing the hungry primates right over. To make them angry, handlers placed 2 baby baboons in the car with the actors and the trainer, thinking the adult baboons would be upset about being separated from the youngsters. It did the trick. Maybe a little too well. Lee screaming in there is really her screaming. It's she's not acting at all.
Oh,
and in fact,
shit.
in that same scene, the car really did stall out and die.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
so in that scene, when it stalls out and dies in the scene, the car really did that, and she could not get it started up again to get going. So they
Jesus.
had to distract the baboons and get them out of there, so somebody could hook a tow chain up to the car and get it pulled off.
God damn.
Yeah. Back in the day,
I didn't know that.
They did some crazy shit.
Well, they had to because I mean, like with the lack of fucking CGI
Digital
and
effects, yeah.
yeah, you know,
It's just crazy some of the lengths that they would go through for stuff to
get
pull off
the
effects and
scene.
stuff,
Yeah. God damn. I don't know.
yeah, crazy stuff. You know, I mean, it
Dude,
just
Sheila would hate that, huh? Baboons.
yeah. I don't think I've ever had her watch
The
The Omen
really?
with me. Not the original. We've watched the remake, and I don't believe that scene is in the remake.
Oh fuck, she's missing out.
Yeah, so we watched Godzilla vs. Kong last night.
Who wins?
Well, I'm not giving that away.
Come on, spoil it. No, I'm just kidding.
Godzilla.
Mechagodzilla. He was in the movie, wasn't he?
As everybody probably already knows. Yes, he's in the movie.
All right, that's where we're gonna leave off for that.
Really good movie. Some good fight scenes between Kong and Godzilla. But no, she hates monkeys, and so like all the scenes with Kong showing up,
Does she go
she's
like
like,
this?
"Damn
Does
it, no!"
No. She wanted Godzilla to win, didn't she?
And then she was rooting for Godzilla. And then there was a couple scenes in there where she actually felt bad for Kong. So
that's
that's
surprising.
pretty good. She's like, "Oh, yeah,
Oh, I
So-
still hate you, but
still hate you, but hate you a little less."
God damn.
No,
Oh.
really good movie.
All right, I haven't seen it yet.
I know. I invited you over to watch
I
it with
know,
me, and you
I-
ditched me.
I did not ditch you per se. I
I
just
watched
had
it with
other
glitter.
things to do. Oh, I'm guessing he enjoyed the shit
Oh
out of
yeah,
that.
he loved it.
Who else you got over?
Dr. Billy showed up for a little bit, and then he had to jam out because he had a date he was late for.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm guessing we're gonna have some new props now.
some new body parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that was pretty dope though. Okay.
Yeah.
I missed out.
You did. It was a lot of fun.
Well.
Sorry, I'm bucking with my mic over
No,
here.
you're good.
I'm trying to have it close enough, but yet not too close to like block me. You know.
Do you
like
like
that.
it?
So
Yeah, it's new. I know the
I
cameras.
moved. Yeah, well, and I moved the position of it. It was on this side of the table. Now it's on this side of the table. I'm just trying to get used to it all.
It's
So
something.
many changes all at once, and
It's new.
yeah, so I'm just trying to get used to it. So sorry for anybody watching that's seeing me fidget with everything. It's just I had everything where I liked it, and then I moved it so you could see me better. So fuck off if you don't like my fidgeting right now. I'm just saying.
That's fair.
I'm trying to
The camera's a new pace for sure.
It definitely is.
Personally, I'm just used to it.
Yeah, you are, but
Yeah.
I'm not.
I know.
It's still weird. I mean, I know that we running the haunted house and stuff, and I'm out in front of a bunch of people, and I talk to a bunch of people at the Gorge when we do concerts and stuff. This is still kind of weird to me.
Yeah, it is. It's
I'm
something
still
that
trying
you
to
got to
get
get.
used to it,
Yeah,
so
but
you're lucky I'm not wearing a mask. I completely
Thought about it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Are you ready for a fun little game that I'm about to play with you? Are you?
2 truths and a lie.
Let the game begin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome to Two Truths and a Lie. I hope that you guys are playing at home just as much as we are.
Help me out.
Help you out. So the first little line we got today is the Kraken use skeletons as art. There are over 1,000 recorded sightings of the Loch Ness Monster. And a woman in California dressed up in a custom wetsuit designed as a mermaid and swam along beaches, tricking people into reporting the sightings of a real mermaid. Unfortunately, she was swimming in an area that was highly known for shark attacks and lost her right leg.
But her legs were attached together in a mermaid suit, so how did she lose one leg? And does she have a peg leg now?
That I have no idea. Apparently,
we need details.
We need details.
Well,
no. Okay, so there's some of those wetsuits. I've seen them actually. That they don't actually. You don't have to be so tight. There are those that are like that, and then there's ones where you could just literally you're a lot more freer and you have more space.
Okay.
But it's yeah. So I could see it happening.
I could definitely see it happening, especially down in California.
Yeah,
bunch of weirdos down there.
Yeah, there's about.
I mean, anybody listening.
Quite a few.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You guys are weirdos down there.
Yeah. No, I gotta agree.
Boy. Fine. Well, since nobody wants to fucking help me, I'm gonna say that the
A, B, or C? Come on,
man.
You go write it down for the viewers. Write it down. Yep.
Okay.
Write it down.
All right.
And then
this is gonna be a hard one because well, I just don't. These are good, and they're all make-believe shit, so, it's definitely hard. But I wouldn't be surprised if lore said that the Kraken used skeletons as art. Kind of hard, though. I mean, he's so big, people are so tiny.
Yeah, but if he's huge, like...
they're like little miniatures.
Yeah, they're like this.
Yeah, what is he going to do, make a bracelet?
I was thinking like like fruit snacks.
Yeah, they're like little fruit snacks.
That's what they are.
And so I am
A, B, or C.
I'm just gonna have to go with.
Hold up. We want to do a countdown.
Okay,
countdown?
we can do a countdown if
right.
you like. I mean, this is all weird and new and shit. So
3, 2, 1. C was the correct answer. Oh man, that.
I
get it. I understand why you would think that, but
because I could see some crazy ass woman doing that.
So let me explain.
So I said A, just so those listening.
Okay.
I said A was the lie, and you said that is wrong. That C is the correct answer.
Yep. The Kraken, the legendary bust-sized squid that indiscriminately devoured ships and creatures as if they were krill. Turns out, according to International Business Times, the Kraken of yore, yes, they're real, used to murder dinosaurs and arrange the skeletons in artistic patterns.
Really?
Yeah. What'd you write down there, little buddy?
It's just something for the audience to see.
What'd you write? Lies and slander.
Yeah, lies.
It ain't lies. I kind of almost thought you would have gone for the Loch Ness Monster one because it seems a little low. To me, it did.
Well, it says there are over 1,000.
There are over 1,000,
So
and the exact
had you said, you know,
like 1,000,
about 1,000, or a different number or a different wording, I might have. But I know that there are. I don't know the exact number, obviously, but there are tons and tons and tons of sightings.
It's not.
Over the years.
It's not that far off of 1,000, though.
No.
It's not.
No.
Because what am I trying to say?
Sightings have decreased. It looks like.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, he's afraid of technology.
We have talked about that before with ghosts, actually.
Yeah, we have.
Why ghost sightings and stuff are less. Even though now everybody has a camera on their phone and stuff, something to do with the technology, the radio waves, kind of thing.
Okay. No, you're right. Okay, so like you think like supernatural beings and entities have like this almost connection with technology, like frequencies.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Somewhat. Okay.
And, like the frequency almost scares them, so they hide more. Whereas before, like say somebody with a Polaroid camera, it doesn't put off any frequency. It's just a camera. Old school cameras don't put off anything like that.
Okay. I'm just trying to envision it, like how.
Versus now we have all the digital crap.
Yeah, everything uses. Okay. No,
cell phones emit a frequency. A lot of the more higher end, high tech stuff has a frequency about it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I get what you're saying. I remember the episode. I was trying to, remember which episode it was. That I think I brought up that point on the Two Truths and a Lie.
You did.
I did. Yeah.
I don't remember which episode it was, but
I think you
did. And we discussed it, and that's what I agree with. Is that due to technology. That's why when you go hunting for these people, you should use an old school Polaroid. Leave your cell phones out back at camp, and
that sounds really stupid.
Okay, or just turn your cell phone off. How's that? Turn it off, power it off.
Okay. Yeah.
So then you're not emitting that frequency.
I don't know.
Just a theory. I mean, you can agree with it, you can disagree with it. I don't care.
I don't know.
Just theory.
You try that out and you tell me how that goes. But if I get attacked by a fucking bear, I hope that I have my phone on so that way I can call really fast instead of like, come on, 20 seconds, let's bust it down.
As you're being attacked by a bear, you're going to be like 911. Hello, what's your emergency? I'm being attacked by a bear. Save me now. We'll be there in 15 minutes, sir. Like, I'm just saying, having your phone already turned on isn't going to make that much of a difference because odds are you're out in the middle of nowhere. So it's not going to be that much of a difference.
Okay. I'll give that to you. Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. You win this round.
O'Doyle rules.
Something very bad's going to happen to your family, O'Doyle.
Oh, yeah!
Fucking go off a cliff or something. You like driving? All right. Oh. Man. So we went different routes. Even different from what we talked about originally.
Kind of.
I mean, you
I still kept one thing that we talked about.
Right. I didn't.
Yeah, I know.
I did a 180.
You totally fucking squirreled.
Yeah, I did. I really... Because it...
No, there's so much out there, and as you're going and you're looking into the stories to research them and stuff...
Yeah.
You find something, you're like, I did not know that. And then you kind of like stray away. I did the same thing, kind of, as I was going through. I changed... In fact, I was still working on mine today prior to the episode because I went one way and then I changed, and then I came back, and I added something different, and it just kept going on, until finally I had to buckle down and be like, okay, no more changes. This is this.
Yeah.
So.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about, huh? What do you got? What do you got for me?
It's good quality H2O is what I got for you.
Get the fuck out of here with your water. Damn it. Stay hydrated.
That's what
your
I'm saying.
memo.
That's what I'm saying. Well, first and foremost, we're going to be talking about Champ.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Son of a bitch.
I
not
needed
you.
that.
The indigenous people that have long lived and hunted near Lake Champlain, the Abenaki and the Iroquois, have their own legends about the large creature inhabiting the lake, which looked like a large horned serpent or giant snake. The Abenaki term for this creature is I can't even pronounce it. Sorry about that. I should have researched how to say it.
You're okay.
Early in 18th century, Abenakis warned French explorers about disturbing the waters of the lake so as not to disturb the serpent. Samuel de Champlain, whom the lake is named after, it is often erroneously credited with being the first European to sight Champ. But readings of his accounts show that he saw something near the St. Lawrence River. Nevertheless, his account of the sighting is of interest to anyone with an interest in lake monsters. Champlain described what he saw like this. There's also a great abundance of many species of fish. Amongst others, there is one called by the natives Charasau, which is of various lengths, but the largest of them, as these tribes have told me, are from 8 to 10 feet long. I've seen some 5 feet long, which were as big as my thigh, and had a head as large as my 2 fists, with a snout 2 feet and a half long.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to envision this.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
I'd see that out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Scream!
Free Willy! And a double row of very sharp, dangerous teeth. Its body has a good deal of shape of the pike, but is protected by scales of silvery gray color, and so strong that a dagger could not pierce them. Historians think Champ is probably a garfish, a class that includes lake sturgeon, which still live in Lake Champlain today. Champlain's description of the creature sounds very much like a garfish, albeit much larger than usual. There's a debate on the best place to look for Champ. The deepest part of the lake, Champlain, is between Charlotte, Vermont, and Essex, New York. Lockheed thinks this is where Champ has lived for hundreds of years. I firmly believe that he lives in the through that goes 400 feet deep between Long Point of the Thompson Point, says Lackey. There's a long, narrow ridge that's the deepest part of the lake, so it makes sense. Since the southern end of the lake near Bawaga Bay has a higher amount of reported sightings, the duo behind home of Champ theorize that may be where he lives. But there's another place where Champ's been spotted. More than once, and by more than one person. I head north to dive a little deeper. When I arrive at Rick Lawrence lakefront camp in Chazy, New York, located just across the border from Quebec. He has a famed and yellowed newspaper clipping reading to show me. In 2004, a family renting his camp claims to have seen a 3-humped creature snag a seagull on a very calm day. I don't know one way or another, he says with a smile, calling himself a skeptic who wants to believe. Warren has never witnessed Champ himself, but thinks that the shallower waters between Lake Champlain's islands may account for the number of sightings near the Canadian border. Anything going by the reef has to go over, so that's why this place is probably so visible, he says. Warren lists half a dozen friends and family, credible people, who have caught a glimpse of Champ. Over the years, one is his Aunt Betty, who happens to live next door. Her sighting also took place in the early 1980s. One morning before work, she happened to glance out her window toward the lake and spotted what she initially thought was a tree trunk or junk someone had dumped in the water. But as she watched the large shape, it silently disappeared below the surface without leaving a single ripple. She ran outside to see what had happened to the large shape, but it was nowhere to be found. "Oh my God, we saw him!" exclaims Betty. "It had to be Champ. It was there, and then it was gone." She and Lauren both dismiss the theory that Champ is just a big fish, often thought to be a sturgeon, Lauren explains. Sturgeons are big, but boy, 40 years ago, there weren't a lot of big ones left. It's a slim possibility. Lauren's cousin Norman, who also lives in the area, claims to have spotted Champ in 2 different occasions, also in the early 1980s. "I've lived here all my life. I know there's something there, but I don't know what it is," says Norman. He shrugs and spreads his hands open. "I saw something." Champ reportedly can be seen on a video by fisherman Dick Effalter and his stepson Pete Baudet in the summer of 2005. Close examination of the images may be interpreted either as a head and neck, like a plesiosaur-like animal, and even an open mouth in one frame, and a closed mouth in another, or as a fish or eel. Although 2 retired FBI forensic image analysts who reviewed the tape said it appears authentic and unmanipulated. One of them added that there's no place in there that I can actually see an animal or any other object on the surface. One piece of evidence, though, not a sighting per se, is the recording of sounds from within the lake by the Fauna Communications Research Institute in 2003. Working as part of the Discovery Channel program, the group described the sounds as being similar to those produced by beluga whales or dolphins, neither of which are known to live in the lake. An article describing the recordings has been published in scientific literature based upon appearance and mysterious alligator-like tracks found near the lake. Cryptozoologist Katie Elizabeth and Dennis Hall suggested in 2016 that Champ could be a member of the family crocodile. Researcher Scott Martis explains that the tracks were likely the tracks of a large snapping turtle and mentions the long-nosed gar or the lake sturgeon as more probable candidates for Champ.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
That's some interesting news right there.
He's a good-looking guy. I mean, you
Yeah.
see those pictures. I mean,
Yeah,
there he is showing off his ass.
Honestly,
I mean, I've actually been to the lake.
yeah.
Real beautiful area.
Is
Beautiful
it?
area, yeah.
Have you swam in it?
I did not swim in it. We were driving by it as we were headed somewhere else.
Did you see him?
I was looking for him actually. Had we had more time, we would have stopped. Yeah, I was up there visiting a friend who lived up there in Vermont, and him and his family were taking me all over Vermont, showing me different things, and of course we had to go by Lake Champlain.
Shit, do they believe in it?
My friend, yes,
Yeah.
yes, he does.
Did he say he's ever seen it?
No, he has not said that.
Okay.
He now lives in Florida.
Oh God, where they throw alligators through you at fucking drive-throughs.
Yeah. He lives in Pensacola,
I don't know the
which
fuck.
oddly enough is one of the places in Godzilla vs. Kong, Pensacola.
All right.
I saw that come up when we were watching the movie. I was like, holy shit.
It's like, there's my friend. I see him in the movie.
Right?
Ah, Godzilla stepped on him.
Oh, look. Curiously enough, we have a little Nessie up here.
You want to put her up? Put her up to the camera a little bit more. Yeah, look at that. She's pretty.
Little Nessie for our sea monster themed show. I wish we only had another sea monster we could show, but clearly we don't. I don't think.
Well,
Unless you're hiding. Are you hiding one over there? Go ahead, show everybody.
that is
Who-
a possibility.
who do we
I
have?
got
Who else do we have?
little Cthulhu.
We have a Cthulhu. For those of you who don't know, he's an H.P. Lovecraft monster. You should know, though, if you're listening to us, you like all things horror, you should know who Cthulhu is.
Yeah,
At least
I
in some sort or another.
I
Yeah.
agree. Look at his little wings. He's got these
I know,
little
he's
wings.
got badass wings, and yeah.
He looks like he's happy.
Are you ready for something a little scarier?
I am.
Maybe not.
Yeah, I'm a little scarier. I want to get spooked. That's what this channel and podcast is about.
This might not be too spooky, but it's definitely going to be interesting. Going under the sea.
Under the sea. Oh God.
Mermaids.
Ah.
The scary truth about mermaids.
The scary truth about mermaids.
Yes.
Oh God.
Pretty much every modern representation you'll find of mermaids has it wrong. Even Disney's interpretation of The Little Mermaid leaves out the gruesome details of Hans Christian Andersen's original tale. In it, the Little Mermaid drinks the Sea Witch's potion to grow legs. In return, however, she is cursed in many ways. She gives up her tongue and her intoxicating voice and becomes mute. In return for her beautiful singing voice, though, she gains the most skilled dancing legs. But every time she takes a step with her new human legs, it pains her severely, feeling as if she's stomping on swords. That isn't the end of it, of course. However, in order to receive a soul and escape death, she must convince the prince to fall in love with her. If she doesn't convince the prince to marry her, she will die, accursed of broken heart, soulless, and dissolve into the ocean to be forever lost at sea. Luckily, the prince is attracted to her elegant dancing, so she dances for him endlessly, despite the pain in her feet. Later, the prince falls in love with another woman, and the mermaid is nearing her deadly fate. As she weeps by the sea, wounded by her broken heart, her sisters surface. They are carrying a knife from the Sea Witch, which they traded their long, luscious hair for. The Little Mermaid must use the knife to slay the prince, and then place a drop of his blood on her feet to break the curse. She has fallen deeply in love with the prince, though. She cannot bring herself to kill him. Instead, she dives into the ocean, attempting to kill herself, where she dissolves into foam.
Holy shit. Okay, so that's a little bit darker than I saw in the Disney Princess movie.
Disney lied.
Disney lies all the time, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck that, dude. I would have killed the prince. I'm being like, I don't know who you are. I love you. I lust you.
Yep.
It's
But
all
wait,
lust.
there's more. However, the Honorable Mermaid is not lost forever. Instead, she is given another chance at a soul, which she can gain after 300 years of good deeds for mankind. Perhaps the earliest account of mermaids is the Syrian tale of Artagus. I can't even pronounce this right. Holy crap. She is often said to be the very first mermaid. who became so. What? You're like looking at me kind of weird. Alrighty, man. Cool. So, who became so after an attempt at suicide. She was a beautiful goddess who fell in love with a human shepherd. However, she accidentally kills him with her godly power. Riddled with grief, she attempts to kill herself by diving into the depths of the ocean. Generally, when gods enter the ocean, they become fish. But this tale accounts that she was too beautiful to suffer the same fate, and the transformation stopped halfway through. Instead, she was given the body of a fish and kept her beautiful hair and head. The creepiest account of mermaids by far is the Greek account of the sirens. Although initially depicted as devilish creatures with legs of birds, eventually adaptations began to describe them as beautiful women with the bodies of fish. These mythical sea creatures were native to a group of islands known as the Serenus, and they were just as deadly as they were beautiful. The sirens have the voice of a goddess and sang beautiful songs that could be heard from miles away. Sailors heard their songs as they passed through on their ships, which put them into a trance and lured them to the islands. The sirens seduced the men with their beauty and lulled them with their gorgeous song. This just before slaying them and devouring their bodies with their razor-sharp teeth. The sirens were repeatedly present in Greek mythology, even appearing as one of Odysseus' obstacles during his home stretch. To further the idea that mermaids are violent creatures, the Russian tales of the Rusalki describe the half-fish, half-woman creatures as the lost souls of women who drowned themselves in the ocean due to unwanted pregnancies. They angrily stalks the ocean, hunting down men and children to take them as prey, torturing them and devouring them as payment for their death. While the ghastly tales of mermaids may be enough to keep you up at night, many accounts of mermen may have you replanning your vacation to the ocean side. Many accounts of mermen, like the original Little Mermaid tale, depict them as zombie fish of sorts. So, every ancient account of mermaids across the world is a little different. But one thing is for certain. They're nowhere near as gentle and innocent as the Disney tale suggests. There are more spooky souls than sirens and flesh-eating fishmen, though if you're looking for a fright the Halloween season, be sure to grab your haunted house. Somehow this turned into an advertisement for haunted house. Wow. Holy cow. That
didn't work
that
out.
took a turn for the worse.
It.
It did not. I should have stopped at the other page. Wow.
Take your haunted house gear and become a mermaid. That's right.
That's very.
Be a mermaid for Halloween.
Today only.
Today.
$59.95.
Oh yeah.
4 easy installments of
Yeah,
$24.99.
No, what I was trying to tell you earlier, I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I was fixing. I was fixing my glasses, and you were like, I was going like this.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to do anything with you. It was just me. And I was looking at the pictures. So.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Too funny. Too funny. Okay. Well. There's more.
There's more. Holy shit.
I have more mermaid action.
More mermaids.
Yes.
All right.
The evil mermaids of Africa. Within the lore and history of actual sightings of mermaids and various mer-beings all over the world, these creatures have come in a surprisingly wide array of forms. There are the beautiful maidens of legend with their flowing hair and fishtails, the more ape-like fish beasts of other traditions, and pretty much everything in between. Dispositions range from all over the place as well, with mer-beings running the gamut from seductive sirens to benevolent protectors of the sea, to shy and reclusive things only fleetingly seen. To vicious, savage monsters that can be only described as sinister and evil. Of the many places from which the merbeings are reported, one place that definitely has the latter is the continent of Africa. Here on the dark continent, mermaids are considered to be far more mer legend and also seem to be rather far from benevolent. Many regions of Africa have a rich tradition of mermaids, particularly in the southern portion of the continent. In the country of Zimbabwe, mermaids have long featured prominently in various myths and legends, where they're often bathers or swimmers under the waves to... wow, I skipped a few lines here. Prominently in various myths and legends, and where they're often called the Mondeo, and are portrayed as malicious creatures that enjoy pulling bathers and swimmers under the waves to their death. Although many see such tales as just spooky lore. There are apparently quite a few Zimbabweans who believe that they actually exist, and incidents or sightings involving mermaids often crop up here. In 2012, work began carried out at the Gokwe Dam in the Midlands and the Osborne Dam in the Manicaland on reservoirs near the towns of Gokwe and Mature was suspended because workers refused to go to work because they claimed they had been terrorized by mermaids lurking there, which were said to look like pale-skinned humans with black hair and fishtails. The workers originally supposed due to the repairs and install water pumps there, but became frightened when some people in the area mysteriously vanished, and others reported being attacked or chased by these merbeings. Things with the stalled project that go bad that the Zimbabwe Water Resources Minister, Sam, appeared before the preliminary committee to explain the situation. Sam said that the white workers had been brought in because they were not as steeped in such lore. But when they claimed to have spotted these creatures and also refused to go back to work, Rural and Urban Development Minister Chombo was also made arrangements to have the tribal chiefs of the area perform rites and rituals to appease these creatures, only to put the workers' minds at ease. According to the tribal leaders who were consulted, many lakes and reservoirs of the region are inhabited by mermaids, and dams seem to be a favorite place for them to congregate. Although they were said to be typically drawn to larger dams than ones that have been plagued, such as the huge dam at Lake Kariba. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but, which is a hotbed of such sightings. When faced the question of whether they thought these creatures really exist, they were unanimous and adamant in their assertion that they do. When asked if the mermaids of Zimbabwe's lakes were real, one Chief Edison of Mashonaland East said, "As a custodian of the traditional, I have no doubt. For anyone in dispute, this is also disputing him or herself." For this part, was more worried about the fact that the workers refused to come back and was going through the rituals merely to dispel fears. He was skeptical that their problems were being caused by literal mermaids, blaming it on a mix of superstition, perhaps combined with the optical illusions and dangerous water currents, he would say of the matter. In Mutuare, what I think is happening is that there must be a sanction underneath there which creates a hole, and the water will actually begin swirling violently, that if you fell in, you would not come out, even if you had an oxygen mask. Another African nation, yeah, in the same general region, has long experienced mermaid phenomena in South Africa. Such tales and lore go back for centuries. Here in ancient rock paintings of humanoids with fish tails drawn by the Khoisan people and the region have been found in one of the most arid areas of the country. In a vast, barren, semi-desert wasteland known as the Karoo. Just why this desert-dwelling people would have mermaids as part of their lore remains a mystery. But the region, I keep wanting to say religion, region did once lie underwater. And there have been sightings of such creatures reported from the greener and more fertile clean Karoo to the south, where the mountain spring water creates pools and even water-filled caverns where the creatures are said to live. These mountain-dwelling mermaids are in no way friendly and have been said to lure travelers to the water in order to drown them. These creatures are typically not seen as flesh and blood creatures, but rather as powerful spirits or demons, and are greatly revered and feared by the tribes in the area. In some areas of South Africa, mermaids are often called the Caiman, interestingly from the German word for caiman. And are typically described as a race of malevolent creatures that drown their victims, and are typically described as looking like half-fish women with black hair and glowing red eyes. One sighting reported comes from 2008 at the quaint and isolated rural village of Surback. Local witness Daniel Cupido claimed that he had been just hanging out with some friends along the banks of the river on the evening of January 5th when they suddenly heard a curious sound coming from a nearby low-water bridge that sounded like someone bashing on a wall. When they went to investigate it, is claimed that in the murky darkness under the bridge they could make out what looked like a white woman with long black hair. The woman seemed to be in trouble as she was thrashing about in the water, and Cupido allegedly waded into the water to try to help her out, but moments later, coming back running in the state of a panic. When his friends asked him what had happened, he told them that the woman's eyes had a red flickering glow to them, and that her gaze had been hypnotic. One of the friends, a Martin Olkers, went over to see the thing for himself and claims that what he saw profoundly scared him. The swimming through the water around the bridge, what he could see, the same woman who his friend described, complete with the red shine in her eyes, he said that the figure was definitely female, and that the whole time he watched her, she made a sound reminiscent of crying, which he described as the strangest sound. The mermaid was also said to have had ethereal, silver-white sheen around it. Although they say none of those present had ever believed in the stories before, this bizarre encounter apparently convinced them that the creatures were real. None of them were found. God damn it. I'm so sorry. None of them were found to have been drinking alcohol, and all of them seemed genuinely unsettled by the experience. In one account from an article from Retford North News site, 15-year-old was out by the dam with some friends in April in 2016 when they saw what they thought might be a woman swimming in the water, who beckoned them to come closer. As they approached, they allegedly noticed that this was no ordinary woman, and that from the waist down she had a body and tail of a fish. The frightened kids then ran away, and that was when the creature supposedly lurched up from the water to grab one of them and pull him under the surface as he screamed for help. When the other alarmed villagers arrived to help out, the boy's lifeless body was reportedly found lying a few meters from the dam. But there was no sign of a mermaid. The other boys claimed to have seen, according to the article. This is apparently not the only death that the mermaid has been responsible for. In the village, resident named Elise was quoted as saying in the wake of the attack, "We told the police about the mermaid, but they are afraid to go there to investigate. 3 people that I am aware of, 2 kids and an adult, were killed at the dam, but the police have refused to go near the dam." One of the weirder accounts of the mermaid in the south of Africa is Totally Bonkers' tale of a mermaid that was supposedly seen flying through the sky, November 2014, in the city of Tishwani. And here is where we get some surreal territory. The mermaid was allegedly sighted flying over the Mirola Sun shopping complex parking lot from the direction of the Mirola Sun Casino, and was seen by several witnesses. The mermaid is said to be a long-time nuisance of the area, occasionally taking the form of a woman to go into the casino and complain about the noise before slinking back off into the water. But this seems to be the first time it was seen flying. One witness of the situation said, "I heard people gasp and scream. There was a mermaid in the air. It came from the direction of the casino. When I was a child, we were told a mermaid lived nearby the river. I thought it was just a fairy tale to scare us away from the river, but I was proved wrong." If these creatures are real, in any sense at all, if there's any truth to any of this, whether as mysterious creatures or some form of spiritual entity, one wonders why they are so damn evil in Africa. Whatever the answer to that may be, there can be no doubt that mermaids are firmly rooted in the lore of African nations, and that many of the local populace and tribes believe in their existence, perhaps coloring these alleged events with superstition and exaggeration. There is no way of knowing how true any of this is, but it is an interesting glimpse into the tales of mermaids that are not only perhaps different than the way they are portrayed elsewhere, but also look at the phenomenon in a fair way, exotic land that many people may not ever connected to mermaids at all.
Okay. Lost my voice for a second. That's really interesting, and the whole being seen flying over fucking
right? Yeah,
that's weird.
That was really weird. Sorry, my mouth started to get dry there.
No, you're good.
And I stumbled quite a bit there on some of those.
No, dude. Like, that's why I put that sign up. Give him love, because like, no, hey, there's people that are like, oh my god, it's stumbling, blah blah blah. You're not saying the right words. Well, then you fucking do it.
Yeah, if it's
like,
so
I'd
easy,
like to see
if it's so easy, you do it. Yeah,
exactly. Like, and I don't think any of the people that actually listen to us would say something like that, but I would hope not.
Well, and a lot of times I try to read the story ahead of time,
so that way you can
but like I said, with this, I was still preparing it 5 minutes before we even started. So
we got new equipment and
there
shit
was no
that we're using.
Reading or anything. So
I get it.
But mermaids, man,
mermaids are fucking evil,
conniving little bitches.
Yeah, fucking Disney. Thank you for lying.
Right? Like, they took a creepy tale and like turned it into a fairy tale.
All the fairy tales, if you really think about it, all the Grimm fairy tales, the originals, are extremely dark, extremely creepy, and just really fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's just, which I like and I love. I love anything like that. But I don't know, man. Mermaids, I never thought I'd have to say that I was afraid of getting in the water, but Damn, dude, I really am. I don't know if you have a fear of like deep water.
Kind of. I mean, just because there's so many unknown creatures,
Yeah, we know more about space than we do our own fucking ocean.
right? Which is like Jesus Christ, that just dumbfounds me so much that we keep putting so much money into space and we haven't even finished exploring our own oceans.
Earth.
You know,
They're still
big, vast place.
No, dude, yeah, they're still
So much
discovering
going on.
species.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There was one that I was gonna talk about. It was, but I should have put it. I should have remembered it in the episode when we did vampires, because it's called the vampire squid. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. Looks like
Yeah.
a fucking umbrella, and it just. It's part of the squid and the squid family, but it's like jellyfish like. It the way it looks, it moves. It's just really weird. But it's pretty. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know what you writing over there.
A little something.
Something. You got secrets.
I do.
Okay.
I do have secrets.
I don't know, dude. I thought that was really interesting. I like the dark version of something that's supposed to be pretty and
I'm gonna have to read the book now.
yeah, definitely.
Because that definitely piqued my interest a little bit there.
I think that's a great idea, honestly, and get to learn a little bit more and just see all these. And the thing about it though is that I didn't realize how many different versions of mermaids there actually were. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I found a huge list of different mermaids throughout the world.
That's fucking insane. You know what I mean?
And
like
different descriptions for each one.
so
You
different
know, so there's,
species and
different
subspecies.
species of mermaids and mermen. Mer beings.
The mer people.
Mer people attack. Yeah.
Fucking Atlantis.
I know, man.
Oh man. So are we we're getting ready to go to our little sponsor break. Oh, it's break time. Whee! It's break time. Yeah, I'll make a little song or something like that. It's break time. It's break time. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
why don't
So
we
it's time to take a quick little sponsor break.
Well, take it away, Anchor.
They're here.
And we're back
Welcome back.
from the future.
Yeah.
We're
I had to change my shirt.
yeah, we're no lies here. We're a day ahead of time.
Time travel.
Yup, time travel is a bitch. We changed the future.
Or the past.
Or well, something changed. It was your
Maybe
shirt.
we went back and got a mermaid.
I wish. Where's the hole? I'm sorry. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah.
Just wow.
So those were pretty awesome stories that you had to tell about the different mermaids from around the world and
Yeah.
creatures that lurk beyond the depths.
And we only kind of scratched the surface of all the
God.
aquatic monsters.
There are so many, isn't there?
So many.
Yeah, and so much knowledge to go around, but not a lot of stories on these monsters and creatures.
Yeah, I noticed that. That was kind of a weird thing that there's a lot of lore and stuff, but not as many
Like stories and
encounters
tales.
or
Yeah.
anything. Yeah.
It's weird. But I have a few for you. Actually, just a couple.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah. Are you ready to get into this?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the Selkie?
I have not.
Well, you better start asking when you make your trip over to Ireland, because that's where we're going.
Ooh.
Yeah. It is Selkie is simply the Orcadian dialect word for seal, which I did not know. So Selkies are a very common sight across Orkney, heads bobbing above the waves. They are often seen by the shore watching inquisitively with uncannily human eyes. To the onshore observer, it is not hard to see how the legends surrounding the Selkie folk, the seal people, spring into life. Orkney has many tales concerning the shape-shifting race. Unlike the Finn folk, who retained their malicious tendencies throughout the years, the Selkie folk have come to the regarded come to be regarded as gentle creatures with the ability to transform from seals into beautiful lithe humans. Almost a little. This, however, is a far cry from the original folklore, a topic dealt with further here. In the surviving folklore, there is no agreement as to how often the Selkie folk were able to carry out the transformation. Some tales say it was once a year, usually Midsummer's Eve, while others state it could be every 9th night, or every 7th stream. That just sounds fucking weird. Regardless of how often they were able to transform, the folklore tells us that once in human form, the Selkie folk would dance on lonely stretches of moonlit shore or bask in the sun on outlying skerries. The Selkie skin, a common element in all the Selkie folk tales, and perhaps the most important, it is the fact that in order to shapeshift, they had to cast off their seal skins. Within these magical skins, they lay power to return to seal form, and therefore the sea. If this seal skin was lost or stolen, the creature was doomed to remain in human form until it could be recovered. Because of this, if disturbed while on shore, the Selkie folk would hastily snatch up their skins before rushing back into the safety of the sea. Selkie on the Ebb, illustration by Sigurd. I have it up there. It's on the slideshow somewhere. Anyway, a Selkie man in human form was said to be a handsome creature with almost magical seductive powers over mortal women. According to tradition, they had no qualms about casting off their sealskins, stashing them carefully, and heading inland to seek out unsatisfied women. Damn. Should such a mortal woman wish to make contact with a Selkie man, there was a specific rite she had to follow. At high tide, she should make her way to the shore, where she had to shed 7 tears into the sea. That's why it's salty. The Selkie man would then come ashore, and after removing his magical sealskin, seek out unlawful love. Damn. I should just she fucking around with Seal Dude. In the words of the 19th century Orkney folklorist Walter Trail Denzian, these Selkie males often made havoc among thoughtless girls and sometimes intruded into the sanctity of married life. If a girl went missing while out on the ebb or at sea, it was inevitably said that her Selkie lover had taken her to his watery domain, assuming, of course, she had not attracted the eye of a Finman. But while the males of the Selkie race were irresistible to the island women, Selkie women were no less alluring to the eyes of earth-born men. The most common theme in Selkie folklore is one in which a cunning young man acquires, either by trickery or theft, a Selkie girl's sealskin. This prevents her from returning to the sea, leaving the seal maiden with no option but to marry her captor. The tales generally end sadly when the skin is returned, usually by one of the Selkie wife's children. In some accounts, her children go with her to the sea, while others have them remaining with their mortal father. So that is the Selkie folk, or the Selkie people.
Wow.
Look at that one. It's just
that's a cute little guy.
Cute little seal.
Yeah.
You want to bop some seals?
Been taking some notes here.
Taking some notes?
Yeah.
Oh, for your trip.
For my trip and possible movie idea.
Movie? Oh, God. What do you have this time?
Seductive seal people strike back.
You motherfucker. Like, I don't understand.
It just comes to me. Sorry.
It just comes to you. It just came to me in a dream.
It's just weird. I know it sounds oddly familiar to something you just talked about, but
damn it.
Abducting lonely men and women by the sea and shore.
So it's almost like the old tale of the what are they? The big fat fucking thing that people used to think were mermaids.
The sea cow.
The sea cow. Manatees. That's what they were. So this is similar to the manatee, except the manatee was just
A sea
blubbery fucking mess, while these people were seal people. Yeah.
Well, it definitely brings a new light on the term of going out clubbing seals.
So if they had an army, would it be the Navy SEALs? Like, no, I'm just curious here. How does this work?
I don't know,
Like,
but I'm
obviously,
saying we need to start clubbing seals to save marriages.
clubbing seals
To save marriages.
to save marriages. All right. If I see
Save a marriage, club a seal.
if I see your girlfriends out there going up to seals and be like, "Oh, cute, club."
That's right.
Beat
That's
the shit out of.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Just come out of nowhere. Who the fuck are you? I'm saving your marriage. Like beating the shit
Like,
out
I'm
of all
not
these
even
seals.
married. Sorry.
Oh,
You want to be?
You want to be? Those poor baby seals. God, we're going to
Sorry,
jail.
I couldn't help it.
Oh, Jesus.
Man.
All right. Well, so those are them seal people. It's time to
Very
move on.
interesting.
Yeah, very. Look, and that's a picture right there of the skin,
Yeah,
if you will.
the seal skin left on the side.
Damn, look at that fat
Oh yeah.
ass and long hair. That one's
That-
kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree.
The leopard
I
print.
was looking at that one. I was like, hey, that's a pretty cool look.
It's very interesting. But time to move on to the next story that we have today.
Clubbing seals.
No, we're not clubbing seals. That's for assholes.
I'm just saying, club a seal, save a marriage.
Save a marriage. Oh my god. Okay. Have you ever heard of the Umibozu? Bozu.
The what?
The Umibozu. It's a Japanese legend.
No, I have no idea what you're even saying. So,
All right. Shall we begin?
yeah.
If you find yourself sailing out strange tides in an unfamiliar sea, the Umibozu is not the kind of monk you should pray to for help. Sailors in Japan's yokai-haunted waters had many things to dread. Dark nights and stormy waters could bring Funa Yuri rising up from the depths demanding Hishaku, a wooden ladle that would then use to fill a boat with water and sink it to the depths. But it was clear skies and calm waters that brought fear of the Umibozu, rising suddenly from the placid surface of the water. The Umibozu looked like a great ocean swell, a giant black head that would lurch upwards and upside ships, sending the sailors into murky waters. They were massive, rising as much as 10 meters tall and strong enough to snap a ship in two. What is an Umibozu? Umibozu translates literally as sea monk. They are known by other similar names such as Umiboshi, a Umi Noyudo, both of which are variations of the world sea monk. Boshi and Noyudo are other words for monk, meaning teacher of the Buddhist laws and walker of the way, respectively. The name is entirely linked to appearance. The rounded head of an Umibozu was said to resemble the shaved head of a Buddhist monk and has no deeper connections to Buddhism. I have seen some English language sources saying that the Umibozu are spirits of the drowned monks, but I haven't found this claim supported by Japanese sources. So, it's interesting. Traditionally, Umibozu rise from the calm waters. Their appearance is sometimes said to herald a coming storm, and they can be accompanied by other strange ocean phenomenon, or even just feeling of dread. In any case, wise fishermen could read the signs of an Umibozu was about and would refuse to launch their boat until the waters were clear. Accounts of Umibozu differ wildly. They can be anything from a hairy creature resembling a sperm whale to a beautiful woman who can shape change into a vicious monster. The classic Umibozu is the one most often represented by ukiyo artists, that of a giant black head with two massive eyes thrusting up from the water. Umibozu can be gigantic. There have even been reports of tiny Umibozu no more than a few feet or inches tall. Some say that these are children and that the massive umibuzu are full-grown adults. When they attack, some say they could cling to the hull of a ship to drag it down, or have great stretching arms that could pull a ship down by its mast. Some say that they try desperately to quench any lit fires on the boat. Some say they cry, "Kuya! Kuya!" as they attack, and that striking them with the oars will bring cries of pain. Oi tata! From smaller species. In some legends, they can be repelled by tobacco smoke. So, it's pretty interesting. Most researchers think the umibuza are a misunderstanding of a natural occurrence. The shells of great ocean sea turtles or massive jellyfish rising suddenly from the water, or a black thunderhead of clouds rising in the distance have all been cited as the origin of the umibozo legends. A more recent candidate is a rare phenomenon called a rogue wave, which is a large and spontaneous ocean surface wave that occurs far out in the sea, fitting almost exactly the traditional description of an umibozo. Rogue waves themselves were thought to be sailors' folklore until the Draupner wave was recorded in 1995 off the coast of Norway. Umibozo across Japan and elsewhere. Unsurprisingly, as an island nation, Japan has long had a deep and abiding fear of the ocean. An unaccountable assortment of sea monsters live in the waters off of every coast. Each small fishing village created its own folklore. And as villagers grew larger and merged into port cities, mythologies mixed and blended, accounting for the massive and infinite variety. Most Japanese yokai are regional. They were created in one particular area, and there they stayed. But the umibozo are widespread and touched every part of Japan that is touched by the ocean. Because they are so widespread, over the centuries the story of umibozo has mixed with other sea creatures. In some accounts, the umibozo are like the funai yurei, demanding a spoon or a barrel in order to fill a boat with seawater. In some accounts, the umibozo are like the kappa, trying to suck the shikadama from out of the human anus. I'm sorry.
Oh my! I had a complete different train of thought that I was working on in my head, and then that popped out. And
you want to suck the shikadama from my anus?
The fuck was that shit?
You're damn right. I'm not done. In the Tohoku region, before going out to sea for fishing, the captain of fishing boats would give prayer to the goddess of the sea for safe passing. It is said that the umiboza are the retribution of the goddess on any ship captain who fails to give her the proper respect. In Akiyama Prefecture, the umiboza were considered to be an aspect of the yokai Nariana. Sailors in the Seto Inland Sea featured the rising of the Nariana's large head from the water, which would flip ships over as a joke. In Omorai Prefection, Shimakita District, Higashidori Village, people who ate shark, eating shark was sometimes taboo in Japan. Sharks ate people, so it was seen as cannibalistic, who's said to become Mojibune, Ship of the Dead, which was associated with these umiboza. People protected themselves from the Mojibune by mixing miso paste with water and pouring it into the ocean. In Shizaku, Prefecture, Kama District, they told tales of the umikoza, which refers to a young monk. The umikoza was covered in a fine hair up to its eyes and came up along people's fishing lines, cackling hideously. Fuck. I want to learn Japanese. It is a very hard language to learn. But I'm trying. There have been stories of shape-changing umiboza as well in Miyagi Prefecture on Ushima Island. They say that Umiboza disguised themselves as beautiful women lost and swimming in the ocean. The same story is told in Iwate prefecture, where it is said that the women will invite you to come into the water with her, and that anyone foolish enough to do so will be swallowed whole. Many other countries have similar legends or sea monsters that resemble the Umiboza. In Mongolia, there is Kokiri. In China, the Kiko Kutan, and Europe, the sea monk and the bishop fish haunt the oceans. There have been several written accounts of Umiboza. Many of these are eyewitness encounters appearing in newspapers or collected in the bound volumes that served as the popular literature of the time. In the Kanzai era, which is 1789 to 1801, in a collection of writings called Kanzo Jigo, in Osaka Prefecture, Katsuka City, there were report of an Umiboza that rose out of the water and stayed visible for 3 days before returning to the sea. In Wakayama Prefecture, in the 21st year of Meiji, which is 1888, the Mayako Shinbun newspaper reported an Umiboza monster that was 2.4 meters long and weighed up to 263 kilograms. It was said to be light brown with orange eyes, with a mouth like a crocodile and a tail like a giant shrimp, with a voice like a crow. In the collection Usa Kanwa, it was written that in my prefecture it was thought that the end of the month was the time for Umiboza, and ships were prohibited from launching at that time. A sailor broke the ban and went to sea at the end of the month. Sure enough, he soon encountered an Umiboza who approached him and asked, "Am I terrifying?" The sailor replied, "I find nothing as terrifying as trying to make a way into this world," at which the Umiboza suddenly vanished. And the most recent account, published in the Mainichi Shinbun newspaper in 1971, told of a first-hand account by a ship that was tuna fishing near New Zealand. When they went to hoist their catch, a giant animal came up tangled in the lines. The captain and crew panicked at what they were sure was some monster from the deep. The monster was brown colored with deeply wrinkled skin, the eyes 15 centimeters in diameter. They saw no nose or mouth. Only a part of the monster's body came out of the water, with the rest hidden in the ocean water. The matter was investigated by Japan's oceanography department, who felt that experienced fishermen were not likely to mistake a whale or a giant squid for something different. If, as the fishermen said, the visible part of the body that breached the surface was around 1.5 meters long, then the remainder of the body must be larger than any animal ever known. Perhaps it was an Umibozo. And that was the end.
Wow.
But you could see in the pictures,
Yeah,
like they're
I'm sitting here watching the pictures. I'm like, holy shit.
they are some creepy, freaky looking motherfuckers.
They are. And I got something here.
Oh, look at that gif.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I keep watching that come up. That's awesome. So I got something here.
What do you got? Oh God.
Yeah. Are you ready for this? I'm telling you. This is going to be a multi-billion-dollar movie right here.
$1 billion movie.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're changing it up. Not the seductive seal people.
Okay.
Scratch that. The sperm whale woman and a seal man have... You're laughing, making me laughing.
Just go.
Okay. Sperm whale woman and seal man have sperm seal kids with red eyes, 5 rows of razor-sharp teeth, sucking souls out of sailors' asses by seductively luring them into the sea.
Jesus fuck. Okay. Well, that's an intriguing story you got there.
You can't tell me you wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I want to watch a movie where the monster sucks out of the ass. I really want to watch that. Here, let me get this milkshake. just going.
Oh,
you know,
man.
this is how I imagine that, and this popped into my head. Do you know, like, when you get a milkshake and it's really hard to get the milkshake to come through the straw?
Yeah, so you're sucking super hard.
So you go. and it finally just comes out when it just comes out really fast.
Like
It's like
cork on a wine bottle.
yeah, pretty much. Oh my god!
Come on.
To all you people out there that eat ass, y'all are fucking nasty. To each their own, though. To each their own.
They need to go become a sperm whale woman person
Jesus
or a
Christ.
seal person.
Fucking okay. That's enough weirdness for today. I think.
There's never enough weirdness for the day. Come on.
I think that. I think that's. God damn it.
You're gonna be dreaming about sperm seal kids now
something like sure
with
sure.
red eyes. The red-eyed sperm seal kids attack.
God damn. Oh, just coming into the town sucking people's asses.
They will suck your soul straight out.
I can see it now, like on the fucking on the trailer. You've heard of people kissing ass, but what about sucking ass? Here come the seal kids.
Sperm seal kids.
They're just like, "Rawr!" and just,
Right.
just oh,
Holding you
fuck.
down.
Oh, get out of here! Let me vape. It'll save me.
Oh
I wanted to suck your ass.
no! Back to the sea.
Quick! I'm just fucking running. Can't get there
Little
fast
seal
enough.
wobble.
God damn. I'm just okay. So would you? Okay, I got a question for you. Would you? If you had to die, you had to. Would you rather get your anus sucked out by one of these creatures slowly, just like the milkshake thing, but then it happens really fast when it does, or would you rather get fucking dragged in by some sea winch?
Am I the sea winch's plaything?
Yeah.
Yeesh. For how long?
Until you die.
Well, how? Yeah, but how long is that? Like,
I don't know. You
does
can't
she keep me alive for a while?
for a while, maybe.
That's a tough one. I mean,
You're still probably. I feel like you would drown after a while. I feel like she'd drag you into
unless
sea.
she's got some magical shit and she can keep you.
This ain't no goddamn Disney movie.
No,
We've gone over this.
No, the movie's way better. I mean, the book's way
The
better.
way the movie's way
God
better.
damn it. In my mind, the Little Mermaid movie that's in my head.
Under the
Her
sea.
best friend is a sperm seal kid.
Just going over here. Have you met my brother? Where's your brother at? Let me suck your ass. Like, get over here. Not another
She's
one.
like, it's okay. You just want to suck your ass. Just it'll be over quick. I promise you.
I don't know.
And then she's like, just look at these. While he does it.
Titties. Oh God, they're weird looking. They're weirdly
weird,
shaped.
Weird and scaly looking.
Oh, they're blubbery.
Like a sea cow.
God damn it. The whole time you're just hallucinating and it's a fucking manatee going. Just- so what's sucking my ass? Oh.
Starfish.
Ew. No, Patrick? No. Oh, that's grody.
I mean, come on. You know that's pretty good.
That is
That's the best story so far.
It's fucking one hell of a movie you got there.
I'm working on my little movie book here.
Are you?
I'm gonna jot down a bunch of movie ideas, and one day, probably not, but
One day you're gonna get it, huh?
yeah, one day, we're gonna put this movie idea out there, and somebody's gonna be like, "That's brilliant."
You okay?
Someday.
Someday we'll have to see what happens. Oh God.
I mean, come on, admit it. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, like getting my ass sucked
Like
out.
sperm whale women sucking on your ass.
Fuck. Okay. On
Come on.
that note, I'm going to say this for the last time on this episode. If you guys have an idea that you guys want to see on an episode of Fearful Thoughts, make sure that you go to anchor.com or the Anchor app and voice message us on there if you want to give us an idea, or if you just want to drop in, say hi, say what's up, and say, oh, hey, I want to get my ass sucked.
The sperm seal people.
Yeah. Well,
We
tell us
really
what you
like that idea. It should definitely be a movie. We agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
you should be saying.
That's exactly what's probably not going to happen.
You would be surprised.
Well, we haven't got any voice messages yet, so
This is the idea that's going to do it.
okay. Well, or they can go on to the Fearful Thoughts Facebook page and make sure that you get on there, join the Fearful crew. We got a lot of funny shit going on. I've seen all the memes on there and all the people chit-chattering. It's a lot of fun, and it's entertaining to watch.
It is very entertaining to watch.
And you can post on there, too.
You can. Yep.
So,
Mhm.
with that said,
So, to all of our fearful followers,
be brave,
stay scary.
and always be mindful of your fearful thoughts.
Good night.
Good night.